just doing an intro at the pink shed plot today because I've just got something to show you. Okay, now in the video that went out last night, which was probably about 4 weeks ago, when I was at pink shed plot, I said, oh, look at next door's plot, it's all overgrown and they said it's terrible. And it was terrible, and it had been like that for 3 years, right? They'd get notice and they'd do a little bit and then they won't come back again for months, etc, etc. But finally last week they were actually evicted from the plot after a few years of wrangling with them to get them to do something. They've left the plot, but what's happened is Emma has taken that plot on. So if you can remember what it was like, let me show you the bean arch. We've had to prop this bean arch up. It absolutely fell down. It's massive, and now everything's fell down again up here. So I've got tons of beans on. Let me show you. Might as well show you, Elmer, because you're interested, aren't you? Look, we must make sure she picks these today. 6 inches, and the bean's not too fat. And look, just look, those beans might be too fat, but she's got tons, and it's just we found some metal bars. Here, look, we found a metal bar. Skewered it up a bit. That's all we could do. That's all we could do. But yeah, that collapsed, so we've put that back up, and now that bit's dropped. But look, you must have probably just seen it. Those are just branches that need cutting up. But we've cleared that bed. We've cleared that bed. But the apples keep dropping off. Okay, we've cleared that bed. I've done it around the edge of that one. Done on the side of the greenhouse. Not touched the greenhouse yet because we've got another week for him to come and collect his stuff if there's anything that he needs to collect tools wise from his little shed. So she's got from that shed to here to down to the pink shed, and likewise those are going to be the hardest beds to do, nettles and brambles, so those are going to be the last ones to do. So she's got all that, and she's got that black bit there, which is where her polytunnel is going. So she's got that little bit that sticks out there, polytunnel going there, which will lead into this, which will be, I think she's going to keep that sort of flowers, widen the paths for her buggy. I think widen another path, widen this path probably, just to make access easy for the buggies that she has. But yeah, what do you think? So I wasn't being judgy or judgmental on the plot as it was before. It had been ongoing for a few years like that. But look what we've done. It was only last week, Monday we came here. 2 or 3 times we came last week, just a couple of hours each time, and that's what we got done. We've left the sunflowers, maybe harvest the seeds, but you know, the odd sunflower, the ones that have completely fell down we've pulled out, but we've left the odd one, give them a bit of a chance. There's a couple in there, they were still flowering. Why not? We can pull them up easy enough. But yeah, there you go, that's the exciting development here. And a sweet peas, I'll show you while I'm here. Sweet peas did fantastic, but when we came there must have been a big wind and it made it go round like that. But lots of flowers on there. I think peas are finished now. Oh, I've got a few more down there maybe. She's had a couple of gherkins, a cucumber, sorry, she's doing cucumbers. There's some more growing. Look, she's got some more gherkins there. So she's done well with the gherkins considering they died. Her pumpkins, squashes, they are doing okay. Look at that. They've all got squashes on them, they're doing fine. This sweet pea, better flower soon before it's too late. The sweet corn aren't massive, but you know, we've got the tassels coming on. Oh, as on that one. They've got the seeds, and there's another tassel on there. She might get some mini corn. So yeah, and all the sunflowers nearly at the end there. Those strawberries she's going to dig up and put a new bed there, and new strawberries, bigger, massive strawberries. So yeah, it's all sort of coming to the end a little bit. We've kept on top of the weeds as best we can. The onions, although they flopped over a bit like that, it's because we've weeded it. Believe it or not, a week ago that was weeded. This is what it's like around here. It just comes up so fast. She hasn't harvested any of the rhubarb, which she should do really. She can freeze it, can't she, or give it away, something like that. But yeah, there you go. That's the exciting news at the pink shed plot. It has doubled in size. She's now got a full size plot. So that's going to be a lot of hard work, but I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you up to date with what we're getting up to at Emma's pink shed plot. Over to mine now. Wasn't that amazing news from the pink shed plot? She's got all that extra space now, which means I've got a lot extra work to do as well, because we do that together. I dedicate probably about 3 hours, I'm going to say, a week in the height of the season, weather permitting, at her plot to help her out there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it as much as she is, to be honest. It's going to be a lovely space there. Right, so I'm going to give you, I don't think I gave you a date stamp at her plot. It was a few days ago anyway. It's now Friday the 15th of August. Now I'm going away for a few days next week. This might be the only chance for a week, unless I can try to get here on Friday next week. Mick's off all week, so it's difficult to come here when he's off. But I'll try and get here Friday next week, because I suspect there's going to be stuff I'm going to need to pick, like the gherkin cucumbers and the crystal lemon cucumbers. They just grow like crazy. Oh, I picked an apple. I just touched them on the way down there, and this one fell off, so I've been eating one of the apples at the little mini orchard there. But yeah, the cucumbers, they grow so quickly that you could miss them. You've seen me miss quite a few, and they've just gone yellow. So desperately got to pick the beans today. I've got loads of runner beans. You probably can't see them from here, but right down there, tons of runner beans to pick. Okay, we can do that. Definitely got to water. I'll water now, and I'll water before I leave, let it soak in a bit. So we'll generally have a look around. What I need to do first, just let me put my apple down, I'll finish it in a second. What I need to do first is open up the greenhouses so that any bees and anything that needs to go in there and the real sun can get on them. So I'm going to open up, this greenhouse. It's very squeaky, that. This greenhouse and the green one behind it. So just give me a second. In fact, just let me finish this apple and then we'll get to the greenhouses. It's so sunny. This will literally be like an oven in here, but you know, it's got flowers. We need bees. So the only way to get the bees to it is to undo it. I might not undo it fully. I think I'll just undo it to there. I think that's enough. Oh, it's scorching in there. Is there any bees on? Bees? Any? Oh yeah, there's little tiny beans on here. Little tiny ones. Don't know if you can see that. There, if you're looking. You know what? I don't need to bring you to me. You know what beans look like, but they're growing. Even the loofahs over there are getting longer, but I've not put sticks in for them to grow up. Right, so we've done that one. Now we just need to open this one because, although they probably need the heat of being in there, I've just got it in my head that they also need the actual sunlight on them. So someone did say that when the stuff was growing in the polytunnel, it wasn't getting real sunlight. If you know what I mean, it wasn't getting the actual rays. If that's true, I do not know. I'm very sorry about my backside shot there. Ooh, that's a scorcher, but it's a scorcher anyway today. So what do you think of those? How are they doing? Just going to check, see if we've got any signs of any flowers. Oh, it's right at the top there though. That is right at the top of that there. I've taken you off the stand a bit easier, but can you see? Wow, it's gone right up there. We haven't got anything that resembles a flower yet though. Ooh, which is disappointing. Nothing, but it's growing. I don't know what to expect. I'm not sure what to expect from that. Right, and I was told a few things actually about, I'll come back to you in a second. I was told a few things about rhubarb actually. So I was cutting it off because I was finding it tough to pull it. So I just sort of took the easy route and pulled it off. But what somebody said in the comments, because I do listen to you, believe it or not, pull it off from the bottom rather than cutting it, because the bit that you cut, that you leave in, could rot and give it some sort of rotting disease or something. The rotting basically of that little bit that you leave in isn't doing the plant any good. And also somebody else said the rhubarb leaves you can use in the, well, I have been using it in the compost, but you could put it on the soil like a mulch, because it'll rot, won't it? So in the empty bed over there where the radishes were, I think, because I need to harvest the rhubarb again. I don't know how much rhubarb this thing's going to produce, but it seems like a lot. I can cut the leaves off. stick it on that bed that's got nothing in it. In fact, I don't just say it, let's show you what I mean. As we go, we'll just look at all these beans here. We will be picking those beans shortly, but one thing at a time. The rhubarb, right, so this bed, oh, in fact, this bed over here, right, I'll take you to it because I've got something to show you that I did yesterday when you weren't here. Right, oh, well, that's looking a lot better because yesterday, because it was so hot, so dry, I had to plant my lavender, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to stick my lavender here. I thought it would be nice if the lavender grew here, sort of over that bit of a nothing area there, bit of a grotty area. So that, and then there's another, another lavender there, but that one looked half dead because it was so dry, but today it doesn't. So the permanent place for those lavenders is there, hoping to create a nice lavender area there, hopefully one day covering that. There's another one over there, sort of cover that corner, bit of a nothing corner there, but also there, you see, that is the Coca-Cola herb because, or the cola herb, I should say, wormwood cola, because it was in here and it just wasn't doing anything. It wasn't doing anything at all. Whereas the one underneath it is doing fantastically, that one. But that one there, for some reason, it just didn't do well. I will get more of that cola, like I say, because I do quite fancy a few little spots of it because it grows massive. And I said I couldn't remember the name of that. Where I saw that they had a massive cola plant, and it was the Alchemist Shed. So two ladies that have, they don't do very long videos actually. It's a bit of a longer one this week, I think, whenever we are in August, whatever it was, 14th, 13th, whenever it went out. A bit of a long one because it was Fiona's birthday. So, Alchemist Shed, right? They had a massive cola. That's what I want mine to be like. In theory, not the one in there, that probably won't go that big because there's not a lot of soil. But anyway, I will buy more next year and I will try and create big. So I'm going to leave that one there and that one there. So the cola can go next to that. But here is where I'm going to put, and that's actually a pea, I'm going to put the rhubarb leaves. So let's do that. Let's harvest the rhubarb and stick the leaves on here. Let's do it. Right, so I have to pull from the base and not cut. Oh God, I think that's why I didn't do it, it's a bit tricky. Right, so here we go. Got a leaf. Let's just pile of rhubarb and a leaf. Oh gosh, it's not that tricky. My noises just make it sound more like hard work, doesn't it? Just awkward, I think, more than anything. Oh, that one's snapped. Still edible. Ooh, I had a bit of water on that leaf. Yes, I'm going to use the leaves as like a mulch, as someone suggested in the comments. Thank you so much. Just in the nick of time. So, I think I must have been lucky that nothing's rotted. Because that's one I left on, I think. Oh, that was probably one of the flowers, actually. It started to bolt early on. Oh, there we go. That comes off. Just get so much rhubarb. Honestly, this has been a belter, and the new one I haven't touched. And to be fair, it was overshadowed by this one. But when you replant a rhubarb head, I do believe that you don't touch it for the first year. You don't have any of the rhubarb off it to eat. Oh, that one looks. Can we rescue that one? Looks a bit. Must have broken, so we can get that gnarly bit off. That bit can go in there. Compost, you might as well stick that. No, there you go. Still smells rhubarby. Let's break that bit off. I think I'm going to take it to the food bank in the village. Actually, there's a food bank in the library. I'll drop this rhubarb off there. I think everyone I know who wanted rhubarb has had rhubarb this year, so I shall drop it off at the food bank. They have like little trays you can. Well, they put their stuff in. Oh, look, this one rotted already. The whole thing is going to go in the compost heap. That one is definitely not edible. Okay. Oh, got a few on that one. That one was probably a bit early. Right, okay, you know the score. I'm just going to pull this up, I'm going to separate them, then we'll get on to putting the leaves as a mulch. I have been brutal, okay? There's still a few coming up there. A few spindly ones that are still growing, but that's the new rhubarb there. I really should have probably put it there actually. But never mind. It might come into its own next year, you never know. Right, so that's that. There's still more to come off that, but there's the leaves. There's the edible rhubarb, and that's everything that I found that was rotting or any bits that had left in, like you told me to. I pulled them out so they don't cause some sort of rotting disease. So yeah, I'm just going to stick that in the compost. I'm just going to pile that up, try and figure out if I can find a big bag to take that to the food bank. And yeah, and then we can see what we're going to do with those on that bed there. And I might even put them, there's an empty bed there and 2 empty beds at the back. So you know what, well, I've got seeds to plant actually. Let's just do that one bed, okay? And let's see where we go from there, because I think I've got some seeds. Did I bring them? I think I brought them. I've got some seeds for this month's seed club. So yeah, let me just sort that out, and then we'll get to putting the rhubarb leaves on the bed like was suggested by a viewer. Thank you very much. Sometimes these bits of advice hit me just a little bit too late to implement it, but this one hit me just right because I knew I was going to harvest some more rhubarb. I nearly forgot. I'm just giving everything a first drench. Just do a first drench now, and then when we finish doing our jobs we can come back and put some more on, because it's really quite dry. We've had some, believe it or not, sunny weather for a few days now. Sunny, hot weather. So yeah, I just need to give everything 2 drenches. One, because it's midday, so you shouldn't really water midday, but I don't have a choice. So 1 water now, and then another water before I leave. So I'm going to say it's about 12:30, 12:45 now, and I'll leave about 3 o'clock, 3:30. Oh, this is the kiwi. Let me just put you down a little bit, so you can maybe see it a little bit better. A bit hard because the sun's that way. Really, it should be behind you. Yeah, so anyway, the sun is behind me. It should be behind you, really, but it is what it is. This is my kiwi. I won't get any kiwis this year, and I'll take it in for the first 2 winters into the polytunnel. But it's so healthy. I've done really well. I'm so glad I put it in the pot and persevered with it, because I know they grow massive, so I made a bit of a mistake there. But if I keep it contained and fed in the pot, I think we're going to be okay. I'll take it in for the first 2 winters, and then I think the 3rd winter-wise it should be hardy enough or strong enough to be able to live outside then with a solid trellis. I'll have to treat it, so not one of my creations, but an actual proper decent trellis. Right, well, my pumpkins, Jack the Littles, are starting to grow a little bit now. They're going past that second rung there. Just not quite clinging on. I might have to tie them on at some point. But they're nice and thirsty, so let's give them a drink. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to give everything its first drench. Filled this bag full of the rhubarb. Right, now to tackle the leaves. Let's move a little bit closer. We're going to get these leaves as suggested by somebody else. It makes total sense, to be fair. I'm going to get these leaves. I'm going to stick them on that bed over there. Everything's had a nice, good water. As per usual, I got sidetracked on my way to do this job. So here we go. We're going to do put the leaves on that bed now. Sorry, I'm just sorting out the tripod because it's decided to undo itself. Right, there we go. Let's get these leaves. Pop them on there. Right, what do you think to that then? What do you think to that? Put it that way so it matches. Not that it matters while it rots, because it'll go yellow, won't it? Right, so what do you think to that? We've still got some more, so probably what I'll do is I should put that on the ones up there, the little greenhouses that I've not used. I'll do that and then I'll take you to have a look, because you can understand what it is that I'm doing. So I'll just bring you up there when I've put them in place. Right, so There we go. Filled that one because I won't be touching that one till next year now. Do I like the look of it? You know, it's okay. It's going to turn yellow soon, isn't it? Because if you look in the compost heap, you'll see that's what colour they go. And I think it'll look okay. I know it's not all about how it looks, but for me, if it looks a little bit neater, it's a bit easier because I'm not very good at growing. So anything that helps this look like it's doing a good job is good. It's fine by me. Right, done that one there because there'll be nothing else growing up there till next year. And I've done these 2 beds here. Even if I decide to do anything in there over winter, onions or garlic, I might try garlic in there actually. I think it'll have rotted by the time I come to use that probably, or I can just dig it in anyway. This bed was absolutely totally bone dry. I have given it a bit of a water, and we have got some seeds. So let's have a look at the seeds we've got and let's see if we can sow something in there. We might as well. See, that's just thought I'd show you while I'm up here what's going on there. Those are growing nicely. I don't know when my daughter wants to pick them. I've really no idea. They're probably growing whoppers of potatoes underneath there, but look, there's like a vine. It's like a big long vine. I tend to leave this open now unless it's a particularly windy day. So yeah, let me just tell you what, come with me as we go into the, messy polytunnel. And you know, done my hair to come to the allotment. I've actually just been to the hairdressers. Right, okay. Oh, I've got some sunflowers drying. That's right. I've got sunflower heads drying. Oops. So we'll collect the seeds off those at some point. Right. Seeds this month. Let's have a look what we have got. That's not the one. Did I bring them? Did I bring them? Right. I don't actually think I brought them. Let me check my bag. Well, that's a tad awkward. I haven't brought them, I must have left them at home. But there is something in here I can show you. My sister saved me this. It's Pure Genius, whatever that is, Wool Cool. We have captured the amazing natural properties of wool to create our award-winning insulation wool. This recyclable plastic outer protection increases reusability and ensures we are all adhering to food and farmer safety. So basically, not sure what to do. I'm just reading off the packet here. Right. Not sure what to do with our 100% pure wool liner. There are unlimited possibilities. We challenge you to use your imagination, share your ideas and creations using hashtag Let's Box Clever. Okay, it's fully recyclable, so the bag is even compostable, but I still don't like. It still takes forever. But oh look. I wonder if you could use that as like a weed suppressant or a slug deterrent, which would, I'm going to save that. I was going to put it on the compost, but you know what? Oh, it smells like sheep. Smells like sheep, right. I'm going to save that for next year. I'm going to save that in here for next year, and I'm going to use it as the equivalent of a strulch or a slug deterrent. I can't believe I've not brought those. I had those seeds in my bag for weeks. No, a week. I must have took them out before I came here. Right, we will sow something in that bed, but next time I'm here. Right, we need to go on a crop harvest now. Find my scissors. I've still not found my big scissors, but I've got some rubbishy ones. We can use them. Okay, so 6 to 8 inches and not too fat. That is the rules of picking runner beans. So 6 to 8, not too fat. There's one there that's dried. I'm just leaving that one. I've had quite a few beans off here that you've not seen because I was here yesterday working and you didn't see. But the kids looked after, took some home. So you may think that sometimes I hardly harvest anything, but I actually harvest things when you aren't here. Oh, there's one right in front of me. The others are small, but there is a lot of other ones. That's that one, that one. It's so camouflaged. Right, nothing so much on the back. Sorry. Oh yeah, there is. Little sneaker of a one there. No, not quite. Okay. There we go. We've got a handful. I might put them in the food bank with the rhubarb. I'll put them in a separate bag though. Yeah. And then now let's have a look and see if we've got any more cucumbers. I did pick some yesterday, gherkin cucumbers and crystal lemon ones. So you didn't see them, but I have picked some more. You have to keep on top of them because they turn very quickly. Indeed. So I'm just going to pop these in a little bag. Seems to have a bit of a overheating problem with my camera because it's so hot. Right, we've missed that one. That one was a tiddler. Should have picked it sooner. I wonder if we dry it. I have put one in there. I thought I'll leave it in there to dry. Let's see if it does. Right, if there's anything here that's green, right, I'm going to pick it because in another week we'll have missed it. We'll have missed that one. So, ooh, gosh, nearly missed that one. That's massive. Right, we'll keep those two. I'm going to dry. I'll just put those in the greenhouse and in the polytunnel and see. Right, is there anything else? Because we miss them. We do miss them. There we go. There's another. And honestly, if you say, oh, it's a bit yellow, they won't taste nice. They do. Those ones probably don't, and I wouldn't risk it. But I did try it, and it was okay. But those ones are certainly don't. But they'll be gone if I don't take those now. Right, is there anything else on this side? What do you think about that one? I think we might take it. I think it might be okay. That one's a goner. That one's hid. That one was hid. Look at that. See what I mean? You can tell the difference. Totally different colour. Those are goners. Those are goners. But we'll tell you what. I'll think about it. Just let us take them in here. I have got one in here already somewhere, in a safe place. What did I do? Oh, put it in here. Put it in the bag, I think. Oh, that's my peas. What did I do with it? Honestly, I did. I put one to one side to dry out. You know, I'm my own worst enemy. I'm sure I put it in a bag. I did. Found it. There you go. Stuck it in a bag. I don't know how you dry them, but you know what I'm doing? I'm just sticking them. That was a spiky one. I'm just sticking them in a bag. Just leaving them in here. Seeing what happens. They're not edible, so throw it or do something with it. That was my dried peas. That was just normal peas, don't forget. You know I'll forget. Right, come on, let's have a look at the peppers. How are the peppers doing? Have we got any change in colour? No, but it's massive. Got a couple of big ones on there. That one is a massive one. A little tiddler behind it. These are big but not changing colour yet. Sorry, not changing colour yet, you see. Sorry, I was a bit close there. I don't know quite what I was filming. Right, let's have a look at cucumber watch. Got some little tiddlers that might be okay when I come back. What's that one? Right. Yeah, we'll have you. Ooh, you're a funny shaped one, you are. God, I don't have weird shaped cucumbers. Right, oh, we've got one there as well. Let's pop you down there a sec. Okay, can't leave you another week. So you're actually quite firm, so I'm going to leave you. The other one's just popped off. Ooh! The other one's just pop off like that. That one didn't pop off, so I'm going to leave it. Might have been a mistake, I don't know. But there you go. Any more for any more? Nope. Let's have a look at you. Ooh! Oh, it's not quite fully red yet. Oh, but look at that, look at that. Ooh! That is exciting. How about you? Yeah, just green ones. Right, okay, we've put that in there, haven't we? Right, okay, so that's not bad, is it? What have we got there? Got a couple to dry and see if we get any seeds from them or whatever. I'm not quite sure how that works. And then we've got those there. Okay. I might pickle them. They last a couple of months pickled, and then when you start eating them, I think you have to eat them in 2 weeks of opening the jar. So the big jar is almost finished. So she's got till about Tuesday to finish that jar off, which is 4 days away. She hasn't finished it by Tuesday. I'll just empty it out and put a whole fresh batch in because she's now got a little jar to work on. But right, come on, we haven't finished yet. I'm going to put you on the on this stand because this is quite awkward trying to get to those ones. Can't tell me you're not impressed with that. Those two, definitely not. Okay. I'm going to look at these actually, this kohlrabi. Oh, that's doing a lot better. That's not going anywhere, is it? We'll just keep that until I come back off my holiday. Remember, if we saved three out of all those seeds that we put down. Whew, right, okay, I'm going to have a bit of a sit down now. Let my camera cool down yet again. Feeling a bit dizzy. I'm going to get a drink of water. Right, okay, but look at that. Hey? That is an amazing harvest. I think I'll put some of those at the food bank as well, actually. Yeah, I'll put the nicer ones at the food bank. I won't give them the grotty ones. Maybe I should take them a jar of pickles. No, probably won't be able to give that to people, would they? I'll just give them fruit untampered with. I wouldn't want to kill anybody with my food. Look at that apple tree there. What beautiful apples that's got on it. If it was cheeky, I'd go and grab one off it. Right, I don't need to. There's apples down there. Right, okay, I'm just going to sit down, have a bit of water, and then we'll carry on doing what we need to do. Just looking back on my footage, and my mic, for some reason, wasn't connected. It probably overheated, something overheated or something, I don't know. So, I don't know how that segment went with me looking for the gherkins. Maybe Mick put music over it, I really don't know. But yeah, sorry about that. My mic was not connected, so I had to go in the settings and reconnect it again because I just basically don't look and just go with the flow of it. I'm sat in the shade because it's absolutely scorching. I've got my umbrella here, and sometimes you just need to sit down and enjoy the place without doing any jobs, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to sit down and then I'm going to give it another water, and then we'll have one last look and see if there's anything else we need to do. Everything's had its second water now, and what we need to do is fill the bird feeder because it's been a few weeks. It's been way too long, to be fair. And I finally, as in the last 2 minutes, I have hooked, I don't know why I didn't film it actually, I should have filmed it, but it's a very basic hook on here. So I screwed an eyelet in here, you know, an eye with a screw hole at the top. I had a little mini carabiner that I hooked on. I did the cord too. I've got another hook, a brass hook that I got from my dad's garage that I'll take you closer, that, you know, he had for probably 30 years. Or certainly the garage had it for 30 years. It would come in handy one day, and it has. I think it's out of a Victorian wardrobe where they had hooks on a pole. So I've used that, and that end, tied a bit of paracord that I had, a little carabiner onto that hook on there, and you'll see it in a minute. Should have filmed it actually, it was a very, very basic thing, but I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Right, okay, let me just pop you back on the stand so you know what's happening there. And only took 12 months. When did I make it? Last year? Made it last year, didn't I? It took 12 months to put a blooming hook on it. Right, here we go. That's a lot easier, isn't it? Okay, we're going to fill the peanuts. Then we want some fat balls. I'll just get them. I'll just nip and get them. They're just behind you. Because everything is depleted. I really neglected it over the past 2 weeks. But seeing as I'm away now. Well, I'm only going away for 2 nights. I'm going to York with my sisters, the 2 sisters and my sister-in-law. It's something that we started last year, about just taking a couple of days out and going on holiday together. It's only took us, what, 30 odd years, 40 years, 30 years. I say that, you know, as all adult couples, it's only took us 30 years to realise we can all go on holiday together. Right, now birdseed. Okay, jug of birdseed. That's squeaking, sorry about that. Look at that. Honest to God, that just took 2 minutes, literally just then. Because I thought, I can't tell you again that I've not got a hook on there. Okay, right, there we go. Our big bird proof and squirrel proof feeder is there. That worked really, really well. Right, I'm going to say that's it. I'm sorry it's a bit of a short one this week. Ended it quite quickly. But I just need to pot around, make sure everything's ready for me to not be here for a week, really. Just fastening things down and just making sure nothing's gone that I haven't seen, like gone ripe or something like that. So thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate every single one of you. I love this little community that we've got here. We have some really positive comments and advice, and your positive comments really make me want to keep filming for you. I will always do the allotment, but it's your comments that keep me wanting to show you what I'm doing. So thank you so much for watching. There won't be a break in videos for you, because I won't be filming for a week, and I shall be back here before you know it. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next week. Bye.